Hello and Sawubona. This is my first time here. I'm Little Lotta, and for my first video ever on YouTube, I wanted to do something a little bit weird, a little bit hectic. So I love Transformers. To be more specific, I'm a sucker for the Transformers Prime series, and I've indulged in many a Transformers content as a result of this love. So I've seen a lot of tier lists relating to like the Transformers strengths, their powers, and their designs. So I'm gonna do something similar, but a little different. I'm going to rate all the bots from season 1 of Transformers Prime based on how attractive I find each given character. Before you call me a weirdo, my friend helped me assemble this list, so like take from that what you will. Now here's the tiers, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a synopsis of each episode where important characters are introduced and rank the bots as they appear in each episode, and I'll explain the tiers as well as they appear. Alright, let's get into it. Immediately in episode 1, we have our first entries with the Autobots RC and Cliffjumper being introduced as they are chatting and scouting their respective areas. Now, RC, we decided to put in the would maybe go out with tier because like she cute, but she not like drop dead gorgeous in my opinion. Now Cliffjumper, guys, originally when I watched the show, I didn't like feel any type of way about Cliffjumper, right? I saw him and he was there, but then my friend told me he's built like someone's uncle. And now I can't unsee it. So it's going in the never in a million years tier. Because guys. Next up is Ratchet, Bulkhead, and Bumblebee. I promise I'm not trying to rush through the characters. This is literally, they were introduced back to back to back like this. Ratchet is the residential doctor of the group, and he's kind of a funny story because it was a lot like Cliffjumper where I saw him and I was kind of like meh, because Ratchet has a very rectangular shape. But then I found this one close-up image of Ratchet, and guys, you know, in my head it was like, why you kinda okay. Guys, Bulkhead, he's just a circle, dude. I'm not saying that because he a big boy. Like, there are plenty of characters that look good big, but Homeboy is just a circle, bro. So he's going in average looking. And now I need y'all to give a standing ovation for my man's Bumblebee. He's going to top tier automatically because I'm biased as fuck. And if you disagree with my ranking, you can fight me, bro. Fight me. I'll meet you outside in the street. Okay, so continuing on with the story, Cliffjumper gets jumped, funnily enough, by the Viacons. I'm not ranking those guys because they're just NPCs. And Cliffjumper gets taken to Starscream, who's going straight into Never in a Million Years. Because, bro, my friend and I both agree that Mandem looks like a mosquito, bruh. And like, he has a rubbish personality as well. So like, after the Decepticons fuck off with Cliffjumper, the crew meets up at the site of the kidnapping, looking for the man bot, right? And then our main man, the legend himself, Optimus Prime, pulls up, right? And of course, Optimus is going straight to the top because, like, bro, look at him, bro. Look at the waist. Non-existent. Snatched, bro. And you know, funnily enough, a lot of the Autobots, or just a lot of them in J have this build where it's like gigantic upper body and these itty bitty waists, bro. You know they use corsets for them bitches, bro. Okay, so continuing on from there, the Autobots pull up. They realize that their Wimpy is gone in the wind, right? Starscream took him, and Starscream is up in the Decepticon warship busy chatting with Soundwave, right? Soundwave is our next character. And you see, guys, unlike Abo Starscream, right? Soundwave makes his skinniness look good. He is Oh, I love Soundwave's look so much. Like, just look at him. Pure swagger, bruh. The purple with the purple highlights with the black, bro. Guys, don't play with my mans. He's going right to the top. Cliffjumper gets killed by Starscream off screen. Jesus. And so, like, rip uncle, but we'll miss him. We meet Jack, Raphael, and Miko later on, but for what we're doing today, they're not important. Also, Megatron appears at the end of the episode, and all I can say about him is, I love that physique, but I'm not a fan of his face, so kind of cute, I guess. Episode 2, Megatron was fanging on with Dark Energon, Agent William Fowler is here, Cliffjumper is a zombie, and the crew gets active. Skipping along swiftly to episode 6, a bunch more stuff happens. Megatron explodes, so Starscream tries to recruit this guy Skyquake, who's literally been living inside of a rock mountain like the entire time, so he doesn't know what's going on. And Skyquake basically, since like Megatron is no longer here, tells Starscream to fuck off, and Starscream takes that personally and gets him killed, right? Personally, I'm not a fan of Skyquake, like, at all. Like, the green and, like, the way he's plating, like, layers on top of each other by, like, his arms and things. Guys, it makes him look like lettuce. He looks like lettuce, he looks like cabbage, bruh. He looks like a plant. But my friend, she insists that she swear up and down to me that homeboy is attractive. So, to make her happy, I put him here. Continuing on to episode 8, it has us meet 2 new bots, one being Makeshift and the other being Wheeljack. Now, Wheeljack is an old friend of Bulkhead's and part of the Wreckers, and Makeshift shifts himself into, like, to impersonate other bots, right? Insert Among Us joke here. We don't actually get to see Makeshift properly in this episode. He kind of like lurks in the darkness and then he dies later on. Like Megatron, he fucking explodes. So the only pick I have to use of him is this pick by Arachnid1301 to rank him with. And I'll put him right at the top because he's got very handsome facial features. And Wheeljack is going right next to his bestie, because I don't know why they decided to like give him like these lines on his face that make him look old as fuck when he's such a swagger character. Anywho, now we're gonna give it up for, I know we're uploading a lot, but we're gonna give it up for episode 10, best episode in the whole series, because it's the episode that the best character, guys, I love B, but Knockout, guys, best character, look at him, bro. Bruh, he's my favorite color. He was made for me. Stop it. This character was made for people like me, to sell toys to me. I'm putting this 6.5 meter tall drink of water in his own tier above everybody else because he deserves nothing less. Also, his friend Breakdown is here as well. They were trying to steal some cyborg, Cybertronian thingy that they got from that was in a museum for some reason, but they lost it because Starscream had to get involved. Putting Breakdown like here because like he boxy as hell, bro, and he wide. The actual baddie of the show gets introduced in episode 12. Arachnid, let's go. Look at her, bruh. The extra legs on, like, I noticed it when I was watching the episode, but like her extra legs at the ends are stilettos, bruh. Like, and the color scheme, bro, top tier, baby. That's where she's going. We find out that she killed RC's other partner, Tailgates, in a flashback, but you can barely see this nigga in the flashback, so I'm not ranking him that, bruh. So yeah, RC is not the body of the show. We are doing Arachnid so dirty, guys, because Arachnid is the actual, like, I'm talking nail slashers baddie. So B gets his body snatched, Knockout's paint gets painted over, Ratchet takes steroids, and after coming out of a coma, Megatron be talking about the prophecy. Episode 24 introduces us to a very concerned June, Weather, and Unicron, who is our final character for this list, who wakes up immediately with murderous intention, creating a situation where Megatron, of all people, has to join forces with the Autobots in order to put this old nigga back to sleep. Like, bro. Unicron, I love his design. It looks so ethereal, bruh. Like, literally, like it's giving like protector of the forest, and I love it so much. I love the design, but he looks like he's a Madala. He doesn't look like one. He's a Madala. So it's gonna go here. And yeah, that's my list. Thank you for going on this journey with me, and thanks for watching. Hello and konnichiwa. I am officially back with part 2 of ranking Transformers based on their attractiveness. Now, this time around, I did get a friend to help me, just like last time, but it's a different friend. So you're going to be hearing her opinion throughout the video. We're going to start out with explaining the tier list, and then we're going to get right into the episode summaries and ranking the Transformers as they appear, just like we did last time. Let's get it. At the very top, we have sexy as fuck, right? The tier after that is one kind of, where it's not like 100% I'll throw myself at you, but it's like, why they kind of...
So I'll be like, oh, let's do this.
The third one after that is would maybe go out with, like a solid 6 out of 10. If I had to describe it.
It's like that whole card where you're not sure if they're attractive or not.
Yeah. Okay, so after that, it's average looking. It's self-explanatory. They look average to you. Next one after that is kind of cute, I guess. So, like, if you look at them from certain angles, maybe you can see something happening. And the last one is never in a million years.
Yeah, these are the people you look at them and you want to take glasses off.
Yeah, baby, you want to not see anymore. So the first new bots that are introduced in season 2 are the Insecticons when Jack and RC are off on Cybertron doing a thingy with a space bridge. And I'm not gonna rank them now because it's like there's one specific Insecticon that I'm gonna rate, so I'm not gonna do Insecticons as a whole. Episode 6 is where we meet our first new bot for this video, and it's Dreadwing. We hear about a bunch of other bots that died that were part of Wheeljack's team.
Roadbuster, Pyro, Impactor, Rotostorm, Sea Spray.
But these guys don't show up, we don't see them, so I'm not gonna rank them. How are you feeling?
Like, she kind of cute, I guess.
But you see, for me, I think higher of Dreadwing, because the last time I was ranking his brother, Skyquake. And the way I run like a Skyquake, guys.
I think he's like I would maybe go out with.
Yeah, I'd also put him there, just so I can put him above his brother. Episode 8, Optimus is trying to run Agent Fowler off the road, but psych, it's not Optimus, it's something Optimus clone that Mech made to, I don't know, run amok and shoot up military bases, I guess. Later, the Autobots decide to hatch a plan to catch this imposter, and they're at the location and B is speaking to what he thinks is Optimus, and then he realizes that this guy cannot understand him.
I'm sorry, what?
And conflict arises, and eventually Silas gets got at the end of the episode by his own invention. Nemesis Prime is basically just Optimus Prime, but like very ashy.
Why kinda...
I wouldn't put him as high as Optimus because Homeboy is mbash, bruh. He doesn't use lotion. Look at him, he looks dirty.
He's a machine. Do you want him to put some more... What's this, Q20? You want him to spray himself with Q20 real quick?
Yes. Yeah, I'd put him there also. So our next character debuts in episode 15. He is one of the Insecticons. His name is Hardshell. So basically what happened is that Arachnid and Starscream tried to jump Megatron, and Arachnid tried to use her army of Insecticons, but oops, ended up getting frozen. So then her army of Insecticons went to Megatron, and then they were trying to get these relics, and this nigga Hardshell was like, Megatron, let me get the thing for you. And then he dies in the next episode.
I feel violated.
Why do you feel violent?
I meant the Insectitron thing because they're like insect type things, but he's going under the kind of cute, I guess.
Wait. I guess. My friend, he has. What do you see that is kind of cute? Explain to me what you see.
So when he's looking at you,
Oh my word. Episode 17 is primarily like a flashback story type episode because Miko is feeling sad about Bulkhead being injured, and so RC is telling her the story to make her feel better. We find out how the Cliffjumper and RC ended up on Earth in the first place, and we meet Shockwave, my man's, the legend. I love him so much. This is him. For me, I am a sucker for the black with the purple highlights. That is my weakness when it comes to Transformers. Yes.
sexy as fuck.
He is. Oh my god. Smokescreen kind of shows up later on in episode 18, just randomly at a battle that the Autobots are having with the Decepticons. And at first, the team is kind of suspicious about him because he's low-key not explaining anything to anyone and just doing his own thing. But he does help them defeat Starscream for like a split second. So he's alright and he joins the gang. So thing is with Smokescreen, he has a look now, right? But later on in season 3, I think, he changes his color palette. So we're gonna rate both of them like at once now, not later on. We're gonna rate the other one. We're doing both now. So we're putting the white paint. Where are we putting him?
Sexy as fuck.
I don't mind putting him in sexy as fuck with the white paint. I don't know how I feel about the blue. The blue feels a bit hectic. I don't know. There's something so aggressive about the blue.
Whereas the blue is giving like, I will find your child.
He feels like I don't know. There's a lot of characters that have these like blue coloring, and it just makes them feel so military-esque. Like you finna arrest me, like you finna take me to jail. I put the blue paint in maybe I would maybe go out with. I don't feel unattracted by it, but like it feels Alpha Trion is introduced in episode 21. He basically WhatsApps Optimus Prime via the Star Saber to tell him that he hit a bunch of keys on Earth, like earlier on in the war on Cybertron. They threw a bunch of relics out into distant planets in the universe. So that's basically what we're up to for the next couple of episodes. Also wanted to point out that these guys actually thought that Smokescreen was dead for a little bit because again he's not telling anyone what he's up to. So just wanted to point that out. What are you feeling? I can't put someone with that no, not with that wizard beard. Not with the wizard beard. We are not putting him in that tier with the wizard beard. No.
There's no aura though. Like,
what aura? That's a grandfather.
how old is he?
Millions of years old. The Transformers, they live forever. But I refuse to put him in why they kinda. He cannot go that high up.
Okay, we'll maybe go up with.
Okay, fine. That's acceptable. Okay, so to wrap up season 2, Dreadwing gets killed because Megatron chose to save Starscream's bitch ass. And later on, they try to make this device thingy to restore Cybertron, but then Megatron gets greedy and tries to Cyberform Earth as well, so the Autobots have to pull up and shut that shit down. But the Decepticons know where they're at, and so their shit gets bombed, and Optimus is presumably dead. Okay, so for season 3, we're actually starting with Bumblebee. I know this sounds weird, but because I ranked Smokescreen earlier, it's only fair that I rank Beast's new form as well. My mans, I will always put. I'm biased. This is gonna go to you. This is gonna go to you because I am biased. I will put Bumblebee and Sexy AF until the day I die. The black looks. And no, he looks more like menacing.
No, but he looks like the bully on the playground. That's just
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He looks like he's gonna steal my lunch money and dare me to do something about it. Like,
I think let's put Bumblebee in why they kind of.
okay, new paint Bumblebee is gonna go in why they kinda. I can see that. I can see that. I'm fine with that. We have 2 new characters added to the list in season 3, with Ultra Magnus and Predaking being our 2 new characters. Predaking shows up with Shockwave. At this point in the story, he's still just like a dragon that can't do anything, but later on he gets like gain sentience. And Ultra Magnus is basically some guy that worked with Optimus a while ago, back in the war days. And he's here and he's a bit of a fun sponge for a while, but he gets better and he becomes way more tolerable. I can never, in my brain, whenever I say Ultra Magnus, I think Ultra Magnum.
I want to see in kind of cute, I guess.
Yeah, it's the blue. I'm telling you, there's something about this blue on Transformers that makes them feel so unapproachable. It's like it's a police officer. His name is Predaking. He's a dragon. He turns into a dragon. It's really.
Acid Smash. Do you need more information?
How does he look like this in this form? How are you feeling? You can't say Smash purely off the fact that he turns into a dragon. You need to look at him like this. Me personally, I'd put him in would maybe go out with. But how are we feeling? How are you feeling? Why he kinda?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put him up there for you. I'll put him up there just for you. So I may have lied about Optimus being dead. He comes back to assist the Autobots with fighting the Decepticons in episode 4, and he gets a new build due to the help of Smokescreen helping him, remake his body with that hammer thingy. And here it is. We're gonna rank it. Me, I'm not a fan. Homeboy looks so compact. That's the only way I can describe him. He looks like blocky.
Too much going on.
Yeah, even in the show, he is so wide. He takes up so much space.
He's very average looking in this.
Because I wouldn't go as far as to say I hate it, but it's not sexy. He looked sexier earlier on in the show. Our last 2 characters for this list are introduced in the last episode / movie of the Transformers Prime series. They are Predaking's #besties, his chommies, and it's Darksteel and Skylynx. We meet them when the gang meets up on Cybertron, and they kind of like mess around with our gang, but they become friends with Predaking, so it's all hunky-dory from there. And can I just say, this is completely unrelated to the tier list, I hate how dirty they did Soundwave. They sent my man Soundwave to the Shadow Realm. I can't with this show. I hate that so much. But that's one of the guys. His name is Skylynx. It is quite a name. I've been having a trouble to say it. That's him. He's... What?
Kinda cute, I guess.
I wish you could see my face right now.
Like, I swear he took inspiration from the Tokolosh.
No. He is so cute. Stop it. Do not insult my man like that. He's so adorable.
If I saw your mans in real life, I'm pulling out the gun.
Why did I even decide to do this with you? Oh my gosh. I'm putting him. Okay, where would you put him? I'm gonna say where I'd put him, and then you're gonna say where you'd put him. Where are you putting him?
Never in a million years.
Oh. Huh. Sure. Sure. I was gonna put him in why they kinda, but sure, never. We are doing the mean. We are going for the mean. We're putting him in average looking. This is the other Chomi of Predator Kings. His name's Starsteel.
He's average.
Yeah, I can actually agree with you on that. I don't feel any type of way about Darksteel. You know, now we are done. That's all the characters, and it's good because I shouldn't have done this with you. Now I know for next time. I know for next time to never do anything with you ever again.
We agreed on most of the characters. It's my character.
Are you gonna say sorry?
No.
Okay. It's fine then. I'll leave you. And that is officially it for ranking Transformers based on their attractiveness. Here is the final tier list that we came up with. I don't know if you agree or disagree with our rankings, but is what it is. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Hello and ni hao, it's Little Lotta. I'm here with another video. It's yet another ranking video. I think this is like the 6th time I'm doing it, but it's the 2nd time that I'm dipping my toes into the Transformers series, like the Transformers universe. I mean, again, I love the Transformers. I'm rewatching Transformers Prime for I don't know the what time. So anyway, this video was actually requested by a commenter. But even before they had requested it, I already watched some of Earthspark, so I just watched the rest in order to do this video. So it's not a lot this time around, so we're gonna have a shorter video, a shorter ranking video. These things are normally like 20-30 minutes long. But yeah, let's get right into it. I'm going to do a summary of the episode where new characters are included. So I'm gonna operate the same like I did like the Transformers Prime video. So anyway, first and foremost, the ranking system. If you're new here, the ranking system at the very top, we've got Sexy AF, then it's Why They Kinda, then it's Would Go Out With, Average Looking, Kinda Cute I Guess, and then Never in a Million Years. Just before we begin, I'm not ranking the human characters in this list, and I'm not doing any of the Terracons because they're technically children. So like everyone except them is getting ranked in this video. So starting us off with episode 1. The show starts us out with these two Decepticons trying to steal some Energon. Their names are Swindle and Hardtop, but they get thwarted by Elita 1 and Optimus Prime, and in the midst of them thwarting the bad guys, they're attacked by these spider creatures, and it's a whole thing. They're being controlled by some guy. They call him Mandroid. I forgot his actual name. He has an actual name. But yeah, that happens, and then at the end of the episode we get introduced to Megatron, but he's a good guy this time around. He realized, like in Transformers Prime at the end of the series when he realized he was tweaking. Yeah, but his realization comes much sooner in this show. We're starting out with Hardtop. I love Hardtop's like color scheme. Like, I'm really enamored with his color scheme, but the body isn't giving, it's not giving like sexy. I think, and he's also got a very cute face, so I think I'd put Hardtop in average looking. I think he's very average. And then after that is Swindle. Swindle, I'd go out with Swindle, but like, I don't know how to describe what I'm feeling for Swindle right now, because it's not like Hardtop where he's just like a block, but it's not the best that it could be. Give him more of a figure. They need to give them that Transformers Prime figure. I'm sorry, that show set my standards so high for this box. But yeah, Swindle is going in Would Go Out With, and Hardtop is average looking. I love the way Optimus Prime looks in this show, and even like the way he acts. He's so suave. He's so like, he's always charismatic. There's not an Optimus Prime that isn't charismatic, but like his charisma is like more sexy. I don't know how else to describe it, because like the Bayverse movies and Transformers Prime, it's a very like militaristic charisma. Like he's an authority figure, but here he's an authority figure that's also sexy. So of course Optimus Prime is gonna go to sexy AF. Like, what do you take me for? And he has such a handsome face as well. Guys, don't play with me with Optimus Prime. Okay, Alita 1. It's between like because she's so attractive, guys. Because I was thinking originally when I was looking at her, I wasn't feeling her like that, but slowly but surely, like, I warmed up to her. She's so hot, guys. It's and the pink, the hot pink, I love it. She's also going in sexy AF. Like, I love everything about her design. She looks like, I don't know how to describe, like bubblegum, like just sexy bubblegum. Like, I don't know how else to describe it, but she looks amazing. So sexy AF for both of them. Megatron, also our last character for the episode. Megatron also is such an upgrade for me personally in the show. Like, he looks so, I don't know, I think it's because he's less sharp than he was in Transformers Prime. Like, I don't know, like compared to all the other iterations of him, he looks so put together. He looks like a person who can get a job and like pay a mortgage. He looks like such a put together individual in the show, and I love it. I'm gonna put him in because I wouldn't say he's sexy like Alita 1. I wouldn't go that far, but he's getting there. Episode 2 has some Decepticons break out of ghost custody. I think that's what happened, if I'm not remembering right. And the Decepticons that break out is Skullcruncher, Bombshell, and Shrapnel. Those are the 3 guys that break out. And at the end of the episode, the main man himself, Bumblebee, shows up because we find out he was in hiding for all this time after the war. And he shows up to save the human characters. And so that's episode 2. By the way, if you haven't noticed, I'm only covering the episodes where characters debut. So if there's episodes that I'm completely leaving out, if you're wondering where they are, that's the reason I'm not talking about them, because there's no new characters in those episodes. If you wanna know about the whole show, go watch the whole show, because I'm only summarizing the things where new characters are introduced. Alright, back into it. Skullcruncher is the first guy on our list. I don't really fuck with Skullcruncher. I don't know, there's something, I'm not really picking up what he's putting down with this like, everything about it. It's like the purple with the green, like the magenta with the green. It's just, I don't know, the yellow face. It's just too much. I'll put him in kind of cute, I guess, because I wouldn't say he's ugly. I wouldn't say he's like horrific, but I'm not personally in that ship. Next up is Shrapnel. I love Shrapnel's design. The first time I saw like glimpses of him, I was like, ooh, who is this man? Who is he? And I'm so sad we didn't get to see more of him because I love his design. Why did we spend so much time with Swindle? We could have had Shrapnel. But anyway, I love Shrapnel's design. I'm gonna put him in sexy AF because just look at him. Look at how much aura this image is exuding. Sexy AF 100%. And then Bombshell's gonna go in average looking because like it's just a downgraded Shrapnel. And my man's B. If you know me, how I am with Bumblebee, guys, I go feral for B. I love him in every single iteration. Well, maybe the Dark Knights in the Bayverse movie, I think that was the only time I wasn't fucking with his look. But like everywhere else, I fuck heavy with B's design. Like just everything about Bumblebee in every single series I've watched. I think it's just the B bias in my brain. But of course he's gonna go in sexy AF because look at him at the very top of sexy AF. Look at him, bro. This design is so fire. I love it so much. I don't even know how to express how much I love it, but I love it that much. Let me just talk about B for the whole rest of this video. I would. Episode 6 introduces us to Wheeljack. Wheeljack shows up when I forgot what the dad's name of the Molto family. They're busy looking for this creature called the Wak Wak. It's like a family tradition. It's him and Bee. And Twitch ends up meeting up with Wheeljack, and it's a whole thing in the episode because she's feeling left out of the family tradition and blah 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 blah. We're not here for all that. Wheeljack, actually, I like how they did him. I really do love how he looks in the series. Like, it's so, I don't know, it's so sleek. That's the way I want to describe it. It's so sleek, and I love it. I'm gonna put him in Why They Kinda. I'll put him in Why They Kinda, because he has like this old man aesthetic that's kind of putting me off, but the sexiness makes up for it, so I can excuse that. I'll put Wheeljack in Why They Kinda. Frenzy and a bunch of other cassette bots are making their escape from Megatron and Optimus Prime in episode 8, and this whole episode, Optimus and Megatron are kind of bickering because Megatron is like, but give them second chance, and Prime is like, okay nigga, whatever you say. And Soundwave is also there. He shows up as well, doing his Soundwave thing. He speaks in third person for whatever reason. I don't know why they did that. And also, your girl RC is here. She's busy babysitting for Bumblebee and teaching the Maltos to dig trenches. I don't know. She was on something. There was method to her madness, but she was being so random. But yeah, that's episode 8. I actually really like Frenzy's design. It's very unique. Like, I don't think I've seen another bot that looks quite like her. I don't know, like the comb over. It's the comb over specifically that I don't think I've seen anywhere else. Maybe I'm just misremembering, but like, it's such a unique thing to just her, and I find that so adorable. But yeah, I think would go out with. I think I'd put Frenzy in would go out with, because I really like her design. Like, looking from a purely design standpoint, I really like everything that she's going on. I'm a sucker for purple, you know that. But yeah, it's not really giving sexy. So would go out with. I'd go out with Frenzy. Soundwave, it's very different from how I'm used to seeing him, but I actually love how they did Soundwave here. Like the bluish purple that they got there, the indigo, that's the color. The indigo that they got for like Soundwave, and he looks fire. He looks so fire. I actually would put Soundwave in Why They Kinda. I'll put him there because he was really cute. And RC is going in Sexy AF because I love her whole energy. She's got a figure, right? I love her whole energy, and I love how just her everything, like the pink and white combo, looks so cute. She looks like ice cream. I love it. Nova Storm and Skywarp are the two next Decepticons introduced in episode 9. They kinda like blow up this human Autobot Alliance Day thing that's busy happening at the Ghost headquarters, and it was all a plot by Mandroid to, I don't know, make Autobots look bad or something like that. I don't know what that nigga was on, but yeah, these are the two. I think I'm just a sucker for the purple and black combo, because I actually like Skywarp more than I like Nova Storm, but it's not by much. So I'm gonna put them both in Sexy AF because I do think they are very attractive. The show does not miss when it comes to the female bots. Like, it does not miss because they're all sexy. But yeah, I'll put them both in Sexy AF, but like, in your brain, like, just imagine like Nova Storm is like slightly behind Skywarp. That's how it is in my heart. Okay, so just to catch up from all the previous episodes, I don't know if I mentioned it, but there's like a bunch of new Terrans that get introduced. It's Hashtag, it's Nightshade, and it's Jawbreaker, but I said I'm not doing them because they're technically children. But so anyway, Nightshade is one of them, and they're crafty. They want to be inside, but their siblings want to be outside, and like, I don't know, it's a thing. And then Nightshade goes looking off for this author because their dad gave them this book about some author, and they end up in a graveyard, and that's where they meet Tarantulas. And there's a whole thing where there's it's a miscommunication type thing, and Tarantulas thinks that they are a prisoner, but they're not a prisoner, and it's a big thing. It's whatever. Watch the episode. Tarantulas, I wasn't expecting to love Tarantulas as much as I did, but when I really looked at Tarantulas, the body is so tea. The body is so tea. I love Tarantula's figure. I love the design, the spider aesthetic, and Tarantula's voice, guys. Tarantula's voice has me weak, I say. Wait, here's a clip.
I aim to disguise myself with a human avatar.
But you see what I mean when I say the voice is giving, bro. Everything about Tarantulas is just sexy AF. I'm putting Tarantulas in sexy AF. I can't. Episode 14, Bumblebee is trying to break one of his speeding records, to get faster, because he wants to participate in more races, because he loves racing. We love a sporty king, and he ends up meeting his chummy Breakdown at one of the racing things, because Ghost is going to be there looking for robots, because they kind of figured out that B is participating in all these races, right? So Breakdown, I actually love Breakdown's design here, substantially more than I liked it in the Transformers Prime series. I don't know what it is, but everything looks so organized. I don't know how else to describe it. I really love the white and the blue. It looks really, the white and the blue, it looks really nice. I don't know, in this show, the blue feels substantially less militaristic than it did in Transformers Prime. I don't know what it is, but I love his design here. I'm going to put him in Why They Kinda, because he's hot, guys. He's hot. And his suave energy. The energy he came with in that episode. He knows he's hot. That type of energy. So yeah, I'm gonna put him in Why They Kinda. Episode 16 is a flashback type episode. Megatron is busy teaching the Terrans about the war and the mistakes that he made that they shouldn't make. And in this flashback, we see Starscream and we meet Shockwave in this flashback. So I'm gonna start with Starscream, right? They made Starscream attractive, guys. I don't know. I wouldn't say he's sexy. I put Starscream in Would Go Out With or average looking. I think Would Go Out With is fine for Starscream, because I wouldn't say I'm head over heels for Starscream, but compared to the mosquito that was in Transformers Prime, I hated the Bayverse Starscream. Just a straight up triangle. I despise that design. If I did a Bayverse thing, that Starscream would also, you wouldn't even be on the list. You would be so low down. You'd be straight in hell, that design. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I really like the way the Starscream looks, and I honestly feel Would Go Out With is a good place to put him. And Shockwave, my other mans. I honestly, these people are making me simp for Shockwave. They're doing it to me. I don't know where they did, how they came about giving Shockwave this energy, but whenever he's on screen, he's just so attractive. Even in Transformers Prime, bro, Shockwave is just always sexy. He must always be sexy. Of course he's going in sexy AF, because bro, that purple, that regal purple on Shockwave with the one eye, I'm weak. With the gigantic boob, I'm weak for Shockwave. Okay, so episode 17 is the last episode that debuts new characters. So B is in Robot Fight Club or whatever, and he's fighting this guy named Brawl. And after he defeats this guy named Brawl, the Terrans meet up with B. They find out where he is, and Grimlock makes an appearance as well in the episode, but we only see his alt form in the next episode. So just so you know. Starting out with Brawl, You know, for our second last character, it's really disappointing because he's so ashy, bro. He's so ashy, big for no reason. And he barely has screen time. So there's not even personality to carry this, bro. Just big for no reason, clunky, ashy, must put lotion. It just, no. I want to put him in Never in a Million Years, because no. Okay, last but certainly not least, we have Grimlock. Compared to his look in Robots in Disguise, I love this Grimlock. Like, compared to what we got in Robots in Disguise, this Grimlock is phenomenal. I love his design so much. The yellow looks way better on him than the green. Like, just the full green looked so ugly. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I really like, and you know, he's voiced by Keith Davids, bro. You know, the shock that went through me when I heard his voice for the first time in episode 18. I was like, ooh, this is Husk. This is Husk from Husband Hotel. Oh my word. But anyway, that's completely off the point. I keep losing track in this video. But yeah, Grimlock, I wouldn't say sexy AF. I don't know. There's something that's not really giving. It's because everything about him, like, he's adorable, like, personality wise, he's adorable. I really love him, but like, I think I'd put him in Would Go Out With. Yeah, I think I put Grimlock in Would Go Out With. And just like that, we've reached the end of the video. Here is the final list. I did mix some things up to show like a more accurate portrayal of how I felt towards these characters. Did you agree with some of the stuff I said? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below. If there's other series that you want me to check out or do rankings for, I will 100% do. Let me know in the comments below. I'm thinking if I'm gonna do Transformers again, I think the next one should be Bayverse Transformers. Yo, dude, I can't. Those movies. I struggle to sit through those movies, but I'll do it for you. Yep, that's it from me. All the links to all my socials are down in the description below. My Instagram, my TikToks, my Patreon link is also down below if you want to check that out. I'm doing commissions now, so if you don't know, now you know. I do have the post up on my community post, but like, here is the sheets if you want them. But yeah, like, subscribe, talk to me in the comments. I do reply to most of my comments because I'm a smaller channel and I can do that. Yeah, I think that's it from me. Toodles! Hello and Sawubona, I'm Little Lotta and welcome back to yet another ranking video. It's been a minute since I've done a ranking video, so I decided to go back to my roots when it comes to these ranking videos, and we're doing Transformers again. This time around we're doing the Bayverse movies. These were actually my first ever introduction to Transformers, and you know, it's kind of sad when I look at it because, bro, these movies, bro, there's like, whenever I think back on these movies now, I'm hit with like this unbearable wave of cringe, and I was dreading the whole process. It's actually why I decided to do it now, because I was like, okay, for future, so I don't have to look at these movies ever again, let me just get this out of the way. But yeah, that's what we're doing for this video. Let's get it. Okay, explaining the ranking really quick. At the very top, it's Sexy AF. After that, it's Why They Kinda. After that, it's Would Go Out With. After that, it's Average Looking. Then it's Kinda Cute, I guess. And then last of all, it's Never in a Million Years. Those are our tiers. We're getting right into it. So the movie begins with narrating from Optimus Prime. He's busy talking about the cube that they use to create stuff in the world and blah blah blah, you know, the war stuff, blah blah blah, Decepticons, Autobots fighting. It cuts to like some soldiers in a car driving to a place. There's like an unidentified aircraft that's flying around, and they end up chasing it, and it's a Decepticon who's called Blackout, which is our first guy on the list. Now, Blackout, you know, he's the first offender of a problem that I have with this movie, right? It's my first problem of many, but like, he's so ugly. I don't want to be that guy. But it's not as bad as some of the others. I can at least give Blackout some credit. I think I'd put him in Would Go Out With. Yeah, Blackout can go in Would Go Out With because it's not as bad as some of the other people on this list. But the Decepticons especially, it's ugly. So anyways, there's like 10 minutes of shootings and explosions. We cut to Sam doing a presentation in his class, whatever, but we're not here for the humans. And bro, when I tell you, it starts here, the sex jokes. I'm not a prude, I promise, but in this movie, they are exceptionally painful and exceptionally bad. Like, and they're so in your face and they drag. Like, these are the most painful parts of the movies. But anyway, Sam after school ends up going to a car dealership because he bribed his teacher to give him an A. And that's where they meet my man's Bumblebee, but they don't know it's my man's yet because it's still in car form. We jump cut again to the desert where the soldiers were, and Scorponok is busy in the desert fucking shit up. Right? So that's what's happening over there. Scorponok, I'm gonna put him in Never in a Million Years because like his face is very creepy. I don't like it. So anyway, he's going there. We move on. We push on. Oh my goodness, this scene is so painful. You don't understand. When I was sitting and watching it, I was like, ugh. Like, this male gaze scene, bro, it kills me. Like, I'm not saying that Megan Fox isn't hot, right? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that this whole scene feels so creepy because she's playing a high schooler and it's just anyway, we push on. Frenzy is also here. I forgot to mention him earlier. I think he showed up with with Blackout. Like, yeah, so he's hacking into shit. He's cool, I guess. I'll put him in Would Go Out With. Yeah, he's alright. He's got the uglier face, but yeah, he cool. I like him. Anyway, so the Decepticons have Sam's address because of Frenzy shenanigans, and B WhatsApps the other Autobots and tells them that they need to come to Earth or whatever, and Sam ends up seeing B in his giant form. So I think here is where I'm gonna put B's ranking. My man's B. Always I will put him in Sexy AF because I love him. He's adorable. I love his energy. I love his spirit. Okay, every time he's gonna go in Sexy AF. If I do a Transformers video, just know if Bumblebee is in the movie, he's gonna go to Sexy AF. It's the only way. Okay, moving on swiftly. So Scorponok is busy attacking the other soldiers, and at this point Sam knows about B and he's purposely avoiding him. And this part of the movie actually like got me giggling. Like the Satan's Camaro comment, I giggled like audibly. I laughed. So movie gets points for that. That was actually really funny. But anyway, Barricade chases them down, but B saves Sam's life and Megan Fox as well. But after they get saved by B, they end up like, there's a whole situation and they end up meeting the Autobots. They meet Optimus, Jazz, Ironhide, and Ratchet. Those are our boys for the movie. Okay, ranking Barricade. He also got it's such heavy insect face. I don't know. It's something a lot of the Decepticons have in, my guy. I'm telling you, it's something about their faces giving insect, and I can't like push past it in my brain. But other than that, Barricade, I'm gonna put him in kinda cute, I guess. Like, I don't think he's chopped beyond reason, but still a bit ugly. Okay, Optimus Prime is our next guy, and I actually really feel Optimus Prime. I don't normally feel Optimus Prime like I'm feeling him in this movie. I'm gonna put him in Sexy AF. I'm gonna put Optimus Prime in Sexy AF because I'm really feeling him. Jazz, my man Jazz, of course. Jazz has to go in Sexy AF. They did him so dirty in this movie. You know what I realized? Like watching Transformers, like all these different Transformers series, Jazz and B always get done the worst. The other day I was watching Transformers 1 and that scene where Jazz gets caught in the mine and I'm like, it's always you. It's always you and B. My heart goes out to these two. Just for that, they need to go to the top of the list. Shame. Okay, Ironhide is next. Ironhide was pretty cool also. I'll give him that. I'll put Ironhide in. I think kinda, cause I was feeling Ironhide. He was a legend. I was picking up what he was putting down. Ratchet's our next guy, our doctor. I don't really feel Ratchet like that. I don't know. He's maybe it's the yellow. Maybe I'm not vibing with the yellow. I'm looking at a picture of him now. I think it's the yellow. Like P, C's. I'm gonna put him in average looking. Okay, pushing on with the plot. We see Megatron in a flashback. Like it's where he comes to Earth looking for the cube and then the glasses are discovered. Megatron is going straight to Ugly AF. He is one of the worst perpetrators of the Decepticon ugly our face. And like just his entire body. I know it's because like he transforms into an alien ship, but he's so damn sharp. I don't know how else to describe it. He looks like a bunch of knives were sellotaped together. I fucking hate it. So flashback happens, the government guy comes back and they fetch Sam and whatever. There's another creepy joke and yeah, they get saved from the government people. Bumblebee gets snatched up after the Autobots save them. They get snatched up anyway. But yeah, so that happens. They take them to this underground bunker where they're keeping the cube. And Megatron is freed. He sends out a signal to all the other Decepticons, which are Bone Crusher, Brawl, and Starscream, which join forces for the final fight scene at the end of the movie. Now, the rest of these guys, I'm actually going to do Starscream first because he's also going in Never in a Million Years with his master because they're both chopped beyond reason. Like, the Decepticons have such... I think it's just bad character design. Especially for the... Like, most of the Decepticons, you can barely tell them apart. Like, other than body shape. You can barely tell them apart because it's all grey. They're all grey. And they all have these sharp utensil looking bodies. They're hideous. I don't like, and Starscream also has the insect face. They're just so ugly I can't. But yeah, so that's where Starscream's going. Brawl can go in average looking. He doesn't have much of the crab insect face, so it's still fine. And Bone Crusher is gonna go in kind of cute, I guess. It's just I can't this movie. Yeah, but yeah. So that's it for the rankings. Here is the final list, and final thoughts and opinions for the movie. The movie, when I was rewatching it, like really sitting and rewatching it, it wasn't as bad as I remembered. It's just that the bad parts sellotaped themselves in my brain and I could not detach them from the movie. I'd say like 60% of the movie is fine, but that 40% is painful because the rest of the movie, when it was just like talking about the Transformers and the Autobots and Decepticon stuff and the humans and the soldiers trying to figure out how to deal with the situation, all that was fine. It's just when we had to deal with Sam and that random government guy, all the sex jokes, and they're bad ones at that, like it pains me. But anyway, that's it from me. All my links of my socials are in the description below. I have Patreon if you want to go check it out. I think that's it from me. Commissions are open if you want to check them, if you want me to draw something for you. But I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'll see y'all later. Toodles! Hello and sabona to everyone. we're doing this again. It's another ranking Transformers video. This time around, I'm doing the night verse, which is the 2018 Bumblebee movie, and then Rise of the Beast. I'm actually gonna do Rise of the Beast in the next video because I thought I could compile them both into one video, but then I realized just how many people are in this movie, like, and it's just the opening scene. Alright, you'll hear when I get into it. It's just the opening scene. I forgot how many people were really in this video. So, you know how it goes by now. The rankings, here it is. I'm just putting all of them here because I'm not gonna still explain them. You'll figure them out as you go along. Right? Without any further ado, let's get right into it. I'm done with my yapping. So, the movie begins with a flashback to Cybertron, right? This is like smack dab mid-war. People are shooting and dying and bombs everywhere, right? That's what's happening. And how I'm gonna do this, right, is I'm gonna do 3 characters at a time for this intro section, right? Because this intro section is just character after character after character, just pop, rapid fire. So I'm gonna do 3 at a time. And so, you know, war situation is going on, and our first 3 Autobots that are here on the list, we have Ratchet number 1, RC number 2, and Cliffjumper number 3. So I'm gonna start with Ratchet. Now Ratchet, guys, I'm kind of feeling Ratchet. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like, compared to, I always compare them back to Prime because Prime is my favorite Transformers, like anything, right? Anyway, Ratchet, guys, I'm low-key feeling Ratchet. I'm gonna put him in either kinda, cause I'm feeling him. He's not like a fridge like he is in Prime. I love it. I love the design. RC. The thing is with RC, I think she has a different look in Rise of the Beasts. So I don't know, I'm gonna go rewatch that and I'm gonna check. But yeah, she has a different look in Rise of the Beast. So when I do that video, I'll re-rank her again. Everyone whose design changes, I'll just re-rank them for that video. But anyways, RC, the classic pink and white look. You can't go wrong with it, bro. You can't go wrong with it. She looks so cute in the face. I'm looking at her face right now, the image where she's like trying to notify that the situation is fucked, and so she's so cute in the face. I love RC. You cannot. Oh, the waist is snatched also. My girl, she's going in sexy AF. Next up is Cliffjumper. Now Cliffjumper, if you know me, I have a very mid relationship with Cliffjumper, and I never really felt strongly about Cliffjumper, like, ever. And I'm kind of feeling him. I don't think he's hot necessarily, but he cute. I'm feeling him, shame. And he got done so dirty. Dude, there's like 3 Autobots that they always just do the dirtiest. I said it before in my previous video, but that video I only spoke about Jazz and B. But no, Cliffjumper also be getting it, bro. They also, when the writers went to sacrifice someone, they like spin a wheel between these 3 to decide who gets it, bro. It's so sad. But yeah, Cliffjumper would go out with. Okay, continuing on, the situation, of course, is the same, right? And we see a bunch more characters. They're breaking through the defenses, the Decepticons or whatever. And our next 3 is Wheeljack, Brawn, and Optimus Prime. Let's get it. Optimus Prime came in so fire-ish. You know, my guy Optimus. Anyway, I'm gonna start with Wheeljack. I'm gonna put an average looking. I don't know. I don't feel too highly about this. I don't think he's ugly. So average looking. Wheeljack, I can comfortably put him in average looking. Brawn, I don't know what it is about Brawn, but tell me if I'm tripping, but I'm thinking peanuts. Something about this is screaming like, have you ever cracked one of those I don't know, but you know the nut I'm talking about. It's giving nut. It's giving peanut. I don't know how I feel about this. I would have put him, because I don't think he's ugly, but just my brain is thinking peanut and I can't overcome that. So I'm just going to put him in average looking. Optimus Prime. I always say it, but like I don't normally feel Optimus, but I like his look. I like Optimus's look. No, wait. I like it because I'm looking at the photos and yeah. I'll put him in why they kinda. I'll put him there in why they kinda. Optimus, he never fails to impress. Next up is my man's. The movie, it's his movie. I love him so, a Bumblebee. He's going in sexy AF, bro. Like, he's going in sexy AF, but you need to know that this is the cutest I've ever seen be. Like, dog, when I see photos of him, I'm looking at the photos right now, and I have cuteness aggression. I'm like sitting here on my bed, and I'm like, I wanna just, I wanna hold him. He's so cute. He's so, oh look with them big ass eyes. Oh, I'm dead. But anyway, he's going in sexy AF. Soundwave is next. Soundwave, Starscream, and Shockwave are next. They pull up because the Decepticons are starting to break through the Autobots' defenses. I love the design. I know these the designs that they went with for the Night First movies is very reminiscent of the G1 Transformers series and movie, and I've actually started watching those. And let me just say, this is a bit off topic, but let me just say, there are no faker people than the Decepticons in G1, bro. Who needs enemies when you've got people like the Decepticons around? Those people are so fake, bro. Watching Starscream throw Megatron out of that ship, injured, they're like, damn, it's too heavy in here. Throw out all the weak and injured. I'm like, what? And then they just did it. Like, I'm like, these are the fakest people I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. Tangent aside, I love Soundwave's design. I'm always a sucker for Soundwave. I just love his whole aesthetic. But I love the design. I love the way they did it. I'll put him in Woodgar Outwith though. Like, cause it's not, like, my brain isn't screaming sexy, but it is, I'm picking up what they're putting down. Starscream, I really like Starscream's design. I think it's really cool how they decided to do Starscream. I don't normally fuck with Starscream, but I like it. And he looks, I'll put him in why they kinda. I'll put Starscream in why they kinda. He looks so good. Like, I think it's the color palette more that I'm in love with. I think I love his color palette more than anything. Yeah, but let me continue. Shockwave is our next guy. Oh, Shockwave. You can't go wrong with Shockwave, guys. Shockwave. I love Shockwave. Even in Transformers Prime, here I go again, right? If you notice that it's a bit of a fixation for me, Transformers Prime, everything goes back to Transformers Prime. Anyway, Shockwave. Dude, you know how disappointed I was with Bay vs. Shockwave? Because I didn't even clock that was Shockwave until somebody told me. Like, because I remember I watched those movies when I was really young, and like even now when I go back to those movies, I'm like, Shockwave. When I look at the Bay vs. design, I'm like, Shockwave? ? Really? Are we sure? Is this not his like long lost cousin or something? But anyway, this Shockwave, I love it. I know this is gonna be very specific, but I can't stop looking at his thighs. Like, I don't know, my eyes are just drawn to his thighs. They made his titty smaller, but like the thighs on him, I don't know. Do you see it? Do you see what I mean when I say the thighs on Shockwave? I don't know, bro. He's going in sexy AF. The thighs on this guy, I'm catching it from multiple angles. Oh! So the Decepticons pull up and they're really applying pressure, right? They're applying so much pressure that Optimus says, alright, we need to fucking retreat. Right? We're gonna retreat, we're gonna go to these ships. I'm gonna put you in them, we're gonna send you off world. Right? And while they're busy running to the ships, Ironhide passes by in the background. That's what I'm saying. Dude, I didn't even know who to include in this video. If there's someone that's there that I did not mention, Please tell me. Askis, I'll put them in next video. But I really like your dog. When I was looking at that intro sequence, I was like, fuck. Like, how am I gonna do this? But anyway, Ironhide's there in the background. He's running around. Ironhide, I don't know how I feel about like red Ironhide. Has he always been red? I haven't got that far maybe in G1. Has Ironhide always been red, guys? Wait, I'm actually gonna Google it. Oh, he's always been red. Dog, I'm so used to Baver's gray Ironhide. Am I losing it? Like, okay, he's always been red. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'll put him in Woodguard with. Yeah, I'll put him in Woodguard with. I'm fine with that. Continuing on in the movie, we flash back later. B ends up on Earth, right? He ends up on Earth, and some Decepticon named Blitzwing ends up following him to Earth. So they have a standoff on Earth. B whoops his ass, but in the process, B got his voice took, right? So no more voice for B, and then he got amnesia, you know, the plot convenient amnesia. He got that, and so Blitzwing is the next person on the list. Blitzwing, I never really paid attention to him in the movie, right? I didn't even know this guy's name before I started doing this list, but I think another like would go out with. Another would go out with. I'll put him there. It's fine. Movie progresses. Shit happens. He meets Charlie. The government is involved. And we see in space Cliffjumper. The poor angel gets attacked by Dropkick and Shadow. Dropkick is a name. It's a name. That's all I have to say. It truly is a name. Dropkick. Okay. Yeah, they decide to jump Cliffjumper, and they're like, tell us where the fuck Optimus Prime went. Where did he go? And he says, no, I'm not gonna tell you. So they kill him, of course, because they are the bad guys. And they are our next people on the list. Dropkick, I'm doing first. Dropkick, I love Dropkick's blue. Like, I'm gonna say that, but I love the blue on him. And also, I was enamored with the two of them. Like, when I first watched Bumblebee, I was enamored with them because it was the first time I had ever seen like someone with 3 vehicle modes. Like, I was like, this is revolutionary. Like, I'm sure there's others that exist in like previous medias that I'm just not paying attention to, or I haven't acknowledged really, but that was the first time I had seen like having the 3 modes, and I was like, wow, you can be a helicopter and a car. Oh my goodness, you're cool. So that was me. That I always love these two for some reason. But Dropkick, I love the color. He's gonna go in NYZ kinda. And then Shatter, my girl, oh my bestie, she's going in sexy AF. She's going in sexy AF. And listen, everything about her was cool, bro. She just, I'm looking at the picture. I'll put the picture up here. The snatched waist. Like, do I have to say more? Snatched waist, big thighs, the upper butt. Oh, girl is too hot. She's too hot, bro. You can't handle her. That's why they had to kill her at the end. Can't handle her. She's too much. With the red. You know red is my color, guys. I'm a sucker for red. It looks so good. It's not like Ironheart's red. Ironheart. Hey, listen to me. Ironhide's red is so, I don't know, dusty. I don't know how to explain it other than to say it's dusty. Like, he looks rusted. It doesn't look really red. It looks like red orange. So anyway, she's perfect. Shatter is perfect. And yeah, I think I'm done with this list. I think it's gonna be my next ranking video. If it's not, I'll probably do it sometime soon. But definitely gonna do Nights first because I want to talk about that movie. Yeah! That movie, I adore that movie. That movie is cute. Right? So next time around on the ranking videos, keep an eye out for that. but I'm done here. Here is the final list for you to see. You can respectfully debate me in the comments. I like hearing your opinions. And yeah, I think that's it from me. All my socials are in the description below if you want to check them out. I do commissions as open if that's something you're interested in. Yeah, that's it from me. Toodles.